Alright, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a preview of the West Ham versus Arsenal game. Now, apologies. I don't know what Google was doing, but throughout probably Tuesday, Wednesday, and I would say parts of Thursday, for some reason, Google Hangout just decided not to work. And it made recording a video a little bit difficult. Even recording it elsewhere on other programs and like kind of putting it on retrospectively weren't working. It affected a lot of stuff, mainly because I did a preview of. I didn't do a preview of the Southampton game. I did do a preview. I did do a review, or try to do a review of the diabolical Southampton game where we got knocked out. And so much so, I thought it was just my channel, but so much so that I even did one on Colin's channel, Much Arsenal, and he had the same problems. He tried to do something. We tried to do a show on Skype, which, to be honest, I was just going to stick on my channel as well, because I thought it was a really good, in-depth, very angry review. I mean, Ramsey fans, and I'm speaking towards the Gooner here, look away. If Colin's ever able to salvage that video, just don't listen. Don't listen, because all of us, particularly me, goes in hard on Aaron Ramsey. Not quite Troops level, because Troops was brutal. But I'm not far off, I'll be honest. I'm not far off. But my very, very simple thoughts about the Arsenal-Southampton game, shit. Absolute garbage. And deserved to be knocked out by the better team. Simple as that. Going into the weekend, we've had a couple of really things that, to be honest with you, I need to do an Eagle Eye episode. I wanted to do an Eagle Eye episode midweek to discuss a lot of things that are happening with football, between the abuse stuff, which I had a lot to say about, between the abuse stuff, the Mesut Ozil kind of almost flirting with Real Madrid in order to get himself a better contract with Arsenal, because that's clearly what he's doing. Just our brutal injury situation and what I feel this means. So I may do an episode on Sunday, so do look out for that. It's been a while since I've done a Gooner Eagle Eye episode, just because I've had various guests and it's just gone on a bit of a 2-week hiatus. And I actually did intend to do it yesterday. But like I say, Google Hangout was having a joke. But this seems to be recording fine so far, so I assume that they fixed all their issues. Anyway, skipping on to the preview of the game. Based on the aftermath of midweek, and I know a lot of people would have probably thought that there was a massive overreaction to midweek, that did we have any aspirations really? Sometimes, I've said this before in previous videos, and I'll say it again, we do overreact to Arsenal losses, but sometimes it's about the way you lose. If we'd lost that game on a penalty shootout, if we lost that game in extra time, it would be difficult to bear, but one could cope with it. But it was just the inept, can't be arsed performance, compounded by the lineup, compounded by what we then heard after the game had finished. It's just these are the type of mistakes I hope that we don't make going into the West Ham game. For me, there's one even shred of positive I can take in going into this game, is that we are undefeated since opening day of the season. I know that is a really overly positive way to look at it, but it is facts. If we're concentrating on the league, and realistically, I mean, unless we do make a play for the FA Cup, realistically, the league is our best chance at silverware, then we must put maximum effort into each and every Premier League game that we faced. And next up is West Ham. People have been going on about November. Have you looked at our December fixture list? It is pretty goddamn difficult. We've got some horrible away games. So, and West Ham away is never easy. This is the same team that beat us at home last season, and bloody Andy Carroll, who seems to be the one game this motherfucker shows up for, showed up last year, scored a hat-trick against us. Don't think he's not in training as well. And Diafra Sakho, who's one of West Ham's better players, is now injured. So they're going to try and... Don't be surprised if Andy Carroll suddenly starts that game. So I would like to see us have a team that is ready to cope with a physical challenge. And a West Ham team that, quite honestly, people are looking at their league position and getting it twisted. They are playing better. They are playing better. So I'd like us to show them respect by the team we select first and foremost. And anyone who saw the team we selected against Southampton will understand why I'm saying that. Show them the respect by selecting a team that is capable of the physical challenge. And then that motivating that team to go on and win that game. These are just the two very simple things I asked for this going into this West Ham game. So with that in mind, I think my predicted 1 to 11 lineup... No, forget the predicted one. This would be my 1 to 11. Czech has to come back in goal. 100%. He's a Premier League goalkeeper. I don't think anyone would argue with that. Left back. I'm sorry, Monreal. I'd play Gibbs. And I played Gibbs because I'm worried about Antonio's pace on that right-hand side. And I don't know what is going on with Monreal these days, but he has not been coping well with quick players. So I'd put Gibbs as left back. I think Mustafi and Koscielny pretty much speak for themselves. I just hope that Mustafi is up for physical challenges and reading the game well. He does like a physical battle, Mustafi. As much as I have criticised him in the past, one of his strengths is the physical challenge. So I'm hoping going into that game he'll be up for it and he'll have Carroll in his back pocket. Now, right back is the big call. I'm sorry, Carl. Sit the fuck down. No. Just sit down. I think Payet will make him look silly. Let's not play Carl Jenkinson. I think Wenger will go with Gabriel again. I would like us to be a bit braver and play Maitland-Niles. I think he's ready. I think when he came on against Southampton, he gave us a better dynamic. He's a good kid. He's a very capable kid. You watch, this kid is going to be something. I know technically when he plays right back, he's playing out of position because he is a central midfielder by trade. But then Lauren was also a right winger, and he slotted in at right back just fine. I think that's where you have to start developing these kids. If they are going to be able to play these various different types of positions, then develop them in that position. I think that Maitland-Niles can do a job there. In the middle, Coquelin, absolutely. And I would please, oh please, God, please, leave Ramsey on the bench. Oh please. I'm actually going to show faith in Wenger. I actually think he will. And he will start Xhaka alongside Coquelin. Oh, please, God. And then I think it's probably time to go back to the front four that won us all those league games earlier on in the season. So I think Iwobi has shown a little bit of signs of life, particularly in the Southampton game. So I'd go Iwobi on the left, Walcott on the right, Ozil in the middle, number 10, and Sanchez up top. Now, I know part of me says, Oxford didn't do too badly last weekend, and I actually don't think he did too badly, actually. You guys know I'm a big defender of Ox, but I'd just like to see us revert to something that mimic something that we did earlier in the season when we had so much movement. So that would be my team. That would be my 1 to 11. I have my doubts that Wenger will stick to that, but let's see. Let's see what happens. My predicted score, provided we pick that team, provided that Arsenal turn. If we turn up, we'll blow West Ham away. But there's two big things. Will Wenger pick the right team? And then secondly, will we turn up? I don't think Wenger will pick completely the right team. I've got a feeling we'll have too much for West Ham though. So I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I always try and go positive, my predictions, even if my general pattern in these reviews or previews tend to be quite negative. My predictions are always positive thinking. So I'm going to go 2-1. And let's just hope for the best. Let's hope we get our shit together because we cannot afford to lose ground, particularly with City and Chelsea playing each other. My gosh, if that's not an opportunity to close those two down and, dare I say it, overtake them, surely it's now. Surely it's now. Particularly when we've got Man City coming up and Everton, which is a game I'm not confident we'll get anything out of, to be honest. When we've got those types of games coming up, we need to absolutely take advantage of this. So I'm going for a 2-1. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. You guys let me know what you think your predicted 1 to 11 will be, what your predicted scoreline would be. As per usual, I'll probably be tweeting during the game, so do follow me at Colossal Chig. That's CHIG. Also, if you're listening to me for the first time, do hit that subscribe button and just spread the word, you know. If there's anyone that you think might be interested in these channels and the content that I'm rolling out, just let them know. Let them know to hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna see if the boys are available again after the game, probably on Sunday, to do a review. So when I say the boys, I probably mean Tops and Much Arsenal, or aka Colin. So do look out for that. Other than that, that's it from me, guys. So I'm out of this bitch. Take care. Peace.